Good morning.
Pawleys Island Peeps.
Today is Thursday,
July 1st,
2021.
And it's time for your Pawleys Island
Sunrise
and Surf Report.
with Dave Clayton
And Lisa Clayton.
and all of you that choose to join us.
Woo-woo.
Good morning, Paul. The dogs are up. Who let the dogs out?
Yep, he's even on cue. Sunrise is in about 2 minutes.
Yep.
We got surfers. Nice.
One to 2 foot waves, about 8 seconds apart.
Come on, sun's coming up. You can go play in a minute. Come on. Morning.
Morning, Paul. All right. Rob, good morning. Debbie Cooper, good morning. Sunrise is 6:09. It's 6:08 right now.
Yep, I think you've been up for maybe 10 minutes. Woo-woo.
I slept through the alarm this morning.
It's all good.
Wind's out of the southwest, about 11 miles an hour. Right this minute, there's a variable wind.
Even though
So
the flag is blowing towards the ocean,
Yeah, it's off and on.
it's like a southeastern.
Yeah, that'd be a southwest wind. If it's coming,
blowing towards the east.
which makes it a southwest wind. If the flag
Oh,
is
yeah.
pointing east.
Okay, well, give me a sec. I'm still waking up.
You're hilarious. Boy, there are some surfers over there.
Somebody's teaching.
Lisa Clayton, look.
I know. But
This will
the
be
sun's coming
fun.
up.
We'll go over there.
Oh, boy.
We're going to go swimming with
Can't
them.
wait.
We're going to go swimming with them.
I have a dentist appointment soon, so
Oh, that's true.
you can't play too long.
7:30.
I'm one that when I have to make an appointment, I make it as early as possible. Get it out of the way. Ugh.
Can you believe it's July 1st?
I know, it's amazing. Happy summer. This is definitely when it's officially just, yeah.
I think
summer.
we're officially in the middle of the year. Aren't we? July 1st? Ask the Google.
It's the 7th month.
Let's see. What is the actual official day of the year? The middle of the year.
Google's like, what?
I found this on the web.
July 2nd? So you got one more day.
Yeah, July 2nd is the official middle of the year. Good morning.
Good morning. My beach is populated.
It is. Well, we've got quite a beach today. This morning, low tide is at 7:48.
And high tide is at 2:09. And then your next low tide is not till 8:11 p.m. So you might get see some shells. It starts to get a little dim at 8:11. But surfers should come out at 2:09 for sure. Have a ball. sun sets at 8:31. It's really wild to me how the sunrise and sunset like have been kind of like the waves, kind of idle, like around the same time the past month. Kind of cool. Because when the sunrise gets up into that 5 o'clock hour, it's like, ooh, yeah. That one's tough. Waves are peaceful.
It is. We could be out there today in the boat.
I'm going to give your leg a little more time to heal up.
So we do everything we can to start the day with joy and peace out here. But this morning, when I did not hear the alarm, Lisa came in. It was literally,
Get up, gotta go.
what are you doing? What are you doing? This morning I was called a foo-foo head. Oh, goodness.
No, my favorite is when you're like, you go do it and let me sleep.
You can do it. You can do it. You're great at it. They love you. All right.
You're too funny.
It's your turn.
But you know, once you get here, you're so glad you did it.
Did you see the picture of the manta ray?
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Can you, and all that is doing the sunrise and surf report like this, and then while I'm doing it,
You see it.
I'm snapping it. No, I never even saw the thing. That's what was so crazy. I'm snapping the phone, taking pictures right now. Like, both buttons, I can hit it. And I can snap pictures, just random. So I was doing it, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago. And I'm going back through the pictures, like 2 days ago, Lise. And there's this thing flying out of the water. It's not even like a real picture. It's a snapshot. You know what I mean? I'm like, what is that thing? It turned out to be a flying manta ray.
Well, they don't fly.
I know they don't fly, but I'm just saying it was like coming out of the water for an animal.
He was leaping.
It was total, not any...
Total fortune, total blessing.
It was a blessing, but I'm just saying there was no skill involved. Because people kept saying, what a shot! How did you catch him? I was like, I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that was a God moment.
It was such a cool thing. I was all excited.
So the kids and I were at youth group last night. They were talking about God, God moments, God sightings, and you share with other people, just the blessings you see. And that was definitely a God moment.
Yes. Every moment is a God moment.
Especially being married to you.
How about that? How about that?
Of course, it ties in with our good news.
It does? What is our good news today?
Well, today I went with a more traditional that many of us have heard. Many of us share this on a wedding day. So it's 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, It is not easily angered. It keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away.
But love never fails.
Love never fails. So when you have 6 kids, especially when they're older, you hear the word love a lot.
How so?
Well, I mean, our kids, they meet people and they say they love people. And, when you're in your earlier, in your teens and early 20s, you learn a lot about love. And for some, that love comes easy. And for others, not so much. Like a 19-year-old kid driving to Colorado for love.
I did love. I did love. You think a lot of times it's infatuation, you think?
Well, we have a lot to learn about love. Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Love is one of those things. It's kind of like when you just go to God daily and ask for guidance. Because love is not always easy. But it truly should be. When you're standing in line and the person in front of you starts fussing at the person at the register, and you feel bad for the person at the register, and you want to set the person in front of you straight.
Well, it's an opportunity for you.
Love.
Well, for you to make a massive impact in the person who's being grumpy's life, and remind them just how many days they might have left. I've been doing this.
No, you haven't.
I've been doing this so often. It's so much fun.
Oh, no.
Oh, I do the math with them. I pull out the calculator and I ask them how old they are. First, I ask them if they're retired. I say, "Are you retired?" And they say, 9 times out of 10, they say, "Yes, we're just retired." And I say, "Okay, so you're 65?" And they say, 9 times out of 10, they say, "No, we're 68." And I say, "Great. So you have 10 years left if you're lucky."
You really say this?
I do, because the average age, we talk about this a lot because
You talk about this.
it makes a massive impact on people's lives to actually throw mortality at them.
Yes, when you have less than 10,000 days to live, how do you want to spend those?
Yeah. So you're going to see your kids probably, or you might see this woman. You're going to come to the grocery store once a week. How many weeks are there in a year? How many?
52.
52. So you have 10 more. So you have 520 more times to be a jerk to this person in your life, if you're lucky. Because you may not be average. You may not live to be 78.
You're so funny.
So
A lot of people live longer.
what's an incredible opportunity when people's anxiety is heightened and they're upset about something, whatever it is. It's an incredible opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life and just remind them just how many few days they have left to be a jerk.
So I'm going to get a countdown shirt for you.
I love it. It has changed my life personally to think about that. What has changed your life, Lise? Is there something in that has really made a difference in the way? Because you've obviously had a major change in your attitude. For me, it's been the mortality deal. The fact that, hey, I may only have 32 more opportunities to share Jesus with this person. And so I'm going to do everything I can while I'm here to share Jesus with action.
They got a bunch of young people over there playing.
Yes. But for me, it's been the mortality.
Family, actually.
The fact that our time is so valuable here and so limited. Potentially limited.
In other words, live every day.
Yeah.
But what has impacted my life is just working with our youth group.
Seeing it. Seeing the...
Pawleys Island Community Church, and just trying to invest in our young people.
And seeing the impact that has in their lives.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
You know, you have just a great team of adults that have come together and just pour into these kids, and it's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
And it doesn't take a lot. I mean, you're talking, like you said, the time we spend with these kids, it was like, an hour and a half during the day, because my group that went to Nashville, we got together and we made posters to send to the adult daycare. So we have all these pictures that we took there, and so we designed these posters and put our pictures on there and just put hearts and all kinds of fun stuff on there, and we're sending it to them in the mail. Because it was a lot of fun memories.
That's wonderful.
But it really impacted these kids. I mean, I think if Doug and Trish said, "Hey, let's go," we had 8 kids in our specific group, right? 9, 10, 11, yep. Because it was Doug, Trish, and I, the Wimsats, and they, we all went to the center together, and it was just amazing. So a lot of musical talent.
Because people could remember the hymns, right?
Yes.
Even though they might have dementia, or they might have whatever it might be, that when they started to sing the hymns.
Yeah, they said that a lot of times people, when you focus on childhood memories of some sort, that's the easiest for someone to remember. They remember their childhood because that's the longest lasting memories.
It's beautiful.
And so we would sing hymns that had a little dated back on them, but it was amazing when these people would start singing, and otherwise it's like they looked, some of them looked asleep sitting there, and then all of a sudden they'd start moving, and it was a beautiful thing. So it was wonderful to bring love and joy into someone's life for a few hours. So and we were there for a week, so we have groups that'll be going there all week through this organization that we went through. So just really pray that these people have an impact every week they go there, because this is, like I said, it was a beautifully ran center. All the women there were just amazing, and the men. But one of the kids talked about how Doug, so we got to leave a little early, and so if you ever want to know anything about guitars, guitar players, or anything like that, Doug Wimsat is your guy. Because we went into this, it was just a hole-in-the-wall guitar store in Nashville. And I'll tell you what, when you walked in, you legitimately were walking into a time capsule. And they had all these guitars from the 1950s up. And Doug knew every one of them, could tell you all kinds of stuff about them. And then they had all these pictures of these guitar players on the wall. And it was just so cool because he knew every guy and knew the history. And it was just like, I'm telling you, You need to have him with you if you ever go somewhere like that, because it was just, the kids were just the information. They learned so much. And you're talking maybe 20 minutes in a guitar store, but they just, it really, like I said, it impacts. So there might be some things that you could share with others that you don't realize. Just, I mean, that connection can bring people a little bit closer so they know that there's others around them that just love to share. And when you love music, it's kind of cool to know where it came from and who was good at it. Oh, so you got some old stuff for us there?
There you go.
That's the song you remember.
I love that song.
What made you think of that song?
I just hit old hymns, and that happened to be the one. Favorite old hymns. That's what I looked up.
So if you have a favorite song you remember growing up, share it.
Put it in the comments.
Because I think that is something we want to do, is start going to some places and singing some of these songs to just brighten and be a light.
There you go.
And, I mean, we all know I don't have a voice, so.
You do have a voice. All right, y'all.
Some people can sing on cue.
Are you ready to sign out of here?
And just be patient, just be kind.
Be loving. Because love never fails. Remember that. The challenge. Remember your mortality. And remind people about it when they get grumpy. You don't have much time left. Be your best. Because you don't have much time left, y'all. God is good.
Just love. Enjoy your day.
Yes.
Live every day beautifully.
Yes. God bless you.
Because mortality is uncertain.
Yes.
God bless you.
God keep you. God help you make His choices today.
And every day.
Because you don't know how many days you have left. Love you guys. Have an amazing day.
See you soon. Enjoy your July 1st.
Yes.